Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to One of Each, the Dumb and Hungry podcast, where we talk about our food adventures and our favorite food groups. I'm Angelo, the Dumb and Hungry.
And I'm Mychall.
And thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing all right. Mychall, it's been too long, I feel. How are you?
Debatable. I'm okay.
Certainly not long enough in some cases, but very good, very good. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thanks. It certainly was, and hope everyone had a fun time, a good time, a relaxing time, whether with family or even on your own, just chilling, however you want to spend it. Just hope it was was a good one. So, Mychall, why don't you give us an idea of what you've been up to and how you were able to spend that time?
Let's see, what was it? I mean, Wednesday was work in the office, unfortunately, but they let us out early, so I am always appreciative of that. Um, then Thursday, the actual holiday, was a lunch thing with my family. Uh, what was it? It was as expected, too much food, but it was a lot of. They ordered the meal from Whole Foods with a couple extra stuff from there. So it was turkey, stuffing, green beans, cream of spinach, mashed potatoes, some herbal mushroom thing. That was good though. Um, and then they also got some Filipino food. Forgot from where, but it was of course lumpia as expected, lumpia Shanghai and caldereta. And then they also got a honey baked ham.
Oh my goodness, what what a full
Yeah, it
spread.
was a lot for 5 people,
Yeah,
which is and the kid who
yeah.
doesn't really eat. So yeah, it was definitely a lot. So I took a lot home, which is
Okay,
convenient.
that's good. Yeah, you'll have meals for
Yeah.
days.
Uh, maybe like another one more meal at best right now. It's almost all gone for me, unfortunately.
Oh man, you are
What else? Hmm?
no. I mean, you are well
Yeah.
fed.
Yes, thankfully that is very true. Very thankful for that. Went to get search for ice cream afterwards. Actually, when I went to pick up Oli from her parents, we went to the closest Rite Aid. Literally zero ice cream in the freezer,
Wait,
like a completely empty freezer. It was wild.
this was when on Thanksgiving?
The yeah, like Thanksgiving night, we'll say
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah,
6
that's
p.m.
right.
ish.
Okay, so all the pharmacies and all those drugstores are still open, right? Okay.
Yes,
But
yeah, that is
clearly
true.
they are cleared out.
Yeah, so I
Man.
went to a Vons, but Vons closed at 3 p.m. that day apparently.
Hmm.
Um, and then, but conveniently, the Vons on what Ralph's or on Third and Vermont has a Ralph's across the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were able to go there, which was open and had a good selection of ice cream still available.
Well, what kind of ice cream, were you able to your hands on?
I just got one of the like a Tillamook tub thing,
Hmm.
the mudslide flavor.
Right. That's a good
Um,
flavor.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then Oli got some pint of something. I don't even know. Not my problem. Not mine to touch, so I don't
Oh,
care.
wow. Okay. Keep it separate, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what were you, if you were able to get something at the, Rite Aid, what would you have gotten?
Honestly, it depends because I know she's a very big fan of Thrifty's ice cream, especially the Rocky Road flavor.
Yeah.
Me personally, Thrifty's is pretty good, especially for the price. And my go-to there is the raspberry cheesecake, I think is what it
Mm.
is.
A cheesecake. Yeah, I'm sure. That would be your go-to. Or,
Yeah, of course it is.
yeah, very nice. Remember
It wouldn't be
Patrick?
anything less.
He liked to get the that cotton candy flavor.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like super sweet. It's almost almost a touch overdone, but it
Nah.
no, you don't think so?
uh, it was, but not for him, so that's fine.
Yeah, and it's just super colorful. Those bright
Hmm.
colors, blue, red, and all those pink,
Yeah,
whatever in between. It's
as
so
it should be.
yeah. Um, was a fun flavor.
Yeah.
But well, nice. So you got full meal. You got your loads of dessert. I mean,
Yeah. That was day 1 of 3 straight days of food comas.
well, like I think that's how you celebrate. I don't think there you don't
Is
really.
that how it is?
I think so. That's how you give
Mm.
thanks by
Yeah, that's fair.
really
Taking it all for me.
that's right, by subjecting your body to just overeating and gluttony. So
You know what? It was worth it. Let's be honest.
yeah, I think so. I think so. Well
I
done.
regret nothing.
No, but tell me a little bit about those the food that you got over at at Whole Foods. How was that in overall? Just so those were already like prepared and everything. And
Yeah. Yeah, so everything was prepared. You just really the turkey you had to heat for an hour, but other than that, it was just just to heat it. Honestly,
yeah,
so everything else was already done, which is good. It was okay. Like the some stuff was too bland.
yeah.
Like it had no seasoning, but it's pre-made, so whatever.
Huh.
But the turkey was pretty good. Honestly, it wasn't bad. It wasn't dry,
Uh huh.
um, and it was a small. Oh yeah, this is the thing. So my sister is the one who picked it, right? She said it was a family pack or whatever. It feeds 4. I swear to God, it feeds that whole everything that was there
Uh
would
huh.
definitely feed more than 4
Oh,
because I was dying.
really? Okay.
Yeah, like me, my sister's boyfriend. We both eat a lot, and we both were like, no, no, no. We were both
Wow.
dying and agreed that this would definitely feed at least 6 people.
Oh wow. They probably meant like 4 families.
Maybe that's the Amazon quantity for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the serving size is a little different from Whole Foods. Their portion size is defined a little differently. So
Who knows?
pretty good. Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, but they did. I will say they got 2 desserts from Whole Foods, and they were actually pretty good.
What kind
It
of
was a
desserts are
pumpkin
we talking
pie.
about? Uh huh. Of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
the classic. It's very important for this time of the year.
mm-hmm.
But that was actually good. It's very pumpkiny. It wasn't bad at all. And then there's like an Oreo cheese or Oreo cake kind of
Uh
thing.
huh.
So it's just chocolate cake, Oreo like cookies and cream frosting, and then like Oreos and chocolate ganache on top. It was pretty good.
Wow.
It was very like it was a small thing, but it was like 3 layers of cake, and it was pretty dense. It was good. It was a lot.
How
Even just
much? How
one
much did
slice.
you leave for the family?
They got a separate one for
They,
themselves.
oh. That's your serving size right there.
Yeah, that's what killed me, honestly.
That's pretty good. No, so Whole Foods, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Nice. Um, well, good. I mean, as for myself, we
Mhm.
had Thanksgiving dinner with family. We had a lot of the typical fare. I think a good spread. A turkey and with stuffing and with cranberries, mac and cheese. It had several pies, and this is
Yeah.
all more or less all made by my one of my aunts, and I mean
Okay.
they're very generous and with cooking and sharing what they make. So we were out there in by Manhattan Beach where they are, and just had a nice dinner, small, not yeah, just not a big whole thing, but it was a good meal. And my mom, she brought like this fruit salad. Are you familiar with that fruit salad that the Filipinos make?
Yeah, my mom actually makes that usually for like big events.
I mean, it can't be too complicated. It's fruit, like a fruit cocktail thing, and then you
Yeah,
just pour in cream and
condensed
condensed milk.
milk. Yeah,
And
mix and you're done.
that's right. I think it may also add like coconut in there, maybe some
To taste, yeah,
aloe vera. I forget what you call those. Is it aloe or
yeah,
something? You know what I'm talking about?
that's true.
The
Hmm,
jelly
hmm.
kind. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I get that in there. I mean, it's an interesting. I mean, the Filipino. I just us people. It's just when we go sweet. We want sweet. We go sweet. It's
Very, very sweet. It's also probably why we're very diabetic as a
right,
culture.
right. But it's healthy because it's a fruits, right? My God.
Yeah, that's how it works.
um, I mean, it's good. But yeah, it was a good spread. Had plenty to take home, and so we have many. I'm still going through myself. So,
Nice.
but like you said, it was just probably the first of several, right? That we would go through.
Yeah, definitely. Oh boy.
Well, we can catch up
Yes.
a little bit, on our own little
Yeah.
adventure. Why don't you get your take on it? I'd be curious to hear how it went for you.
All right. Yeah, because this was Thursday, right? The only day that you're not involved in uh, of my food comas. Because Friday rolls around, you were at your parents for whatever reason, and which is nearby. So you called me and I was like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing? Are you busy?" I was like, "No, it's good. You want to go get lunch?" I was like, "Sure, sure. I got nothing to do." And then since you haven't been yet, and we did talk about it, and I fell in love with it after having it for the first time, is La Coupe,
Yeah.
um, which is right down the street from where I am, maybe like 5-minute drive.
Lucky.
Uh, Yeah, like, definitely. I had it. We had Oli was there with us, so we
Yeah.
decided to eat there since it was empty enough. We had a sandwich each, of course, 2 orders of the corn ribs, and then the bread pudding. Oh, not the bread pudding. It was the cornbread,
Yeah.
followed with a drink each, whatever. Right. I will say it was a lot of food. Oh, we
Mm-hmm.
also had the potato salad,
Yeah.
and it was good. It was all good as expected, as it should be. And you said you haven't had it in years before that. It's like
Well,
it's been that long.
well, I mean, I guess technically yes, because it'd be more than 1 year, which is
More than one. Okay.
plural years. But yeah, since they were set up in their ghost kitchen area,
Mm.
which was what area is that? Like K Town, mid PO. You gotta think about that. But anyway, somewhere out there.
Yeah, but it had been a while for you, and you ate your first corn rib whole.
Well, I mean, you
Hey man,
know,
if you can do it, you can do it.
look, I mean, like with the like with chicken pieces, you have like the little cartilage pieces too, right? The softer bits that
Yeah,
you can you can you can you can eat as well.
yeah, but I would argue that this is more like a bone than a cartilage piece,
Right. But
because like even if you cut a bone, like because it's a smaller piece of the cob, right?
right.
Even if you cut a bone, you don't normally eat the bone.
Um well, we're making waves here.
Sure, sure. It's one of your many hot takes on food. We can definitely get into that another time. Oh my god.
There you go. I like that. I'll take that down. Down.
Yeah,
Thanks. But
but
yeah,
so
I look. It was infused. There is the corn flavor in there, the spices,
yeah,
and the
sure.
the flavorings that they put on there. I mean, you can't waste it, right?
Fair.
Right.
Fair. It's like
Okay.
what you do with shrimp. Like some people eat the shrimp
With the
shell.
skin, right? The
Yeah,
shell. Sorry. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it could be the same thing, I guess.
Right. And it's
Maybe.
crunch. It's texturally. You got the contrast, right? The
Yeah,
crunchiness.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oof.
I mean, come on.
To each their own, I suppose.
I'm
As
just
long as it's not poisonous for you, go for it.
right. Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that was a pretty good. I mean, that was pretty sizable, spread,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's true.
I
And if we had left it at that, it would have been fine.
right. It was fine.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Except,
Uh,
yeah. And then since it had been a while, we had to go somewhere, right? Somewhere else.
well, we needed something to kind of cleanse the palate, to
Is that what we did?
well, because we had that's fried chicken, Louisiana style fried
Hmm.
chicken, with that honey chili sauce,
Hmm.
incredible with that really juicy
Delicious.
chicken thigh and everything. But we needed something to really kind of complement the flavors of what we had just had. I feel
Hmm.
so in my mind, I'm like, why don't we just have more fried chicken?
Completely different style, though. To be fair.
Right. I think by that again, it'll help unlock your taste buds and these flavors, and just appreciate what we've had. And I don't know, I'm getting off the rails here, but I feel
Sure,
like
sure. You feel like what?
I feel like it was a good move.
You know, I don't know. It was the second place we did go to was delicious, but it was also a lot. Uh, uh, Second
Well,
place we went to being what was it? Gold Tongue?
it was called Gultong. Yes, so Gultong is
Yeah.
a small restaurant in Koreatown. It's only about 5 minutes away from where we were at Lake Hoop. So down on Western, going south from Lake
Same
Hoop.
street. Yeah.
And it I share this with you guys that I found the kind of the history of the place kind of a little interesting because the owner is a film director from Korea, and he directed a few films, and actually when you go into the restaurant you can kind of see the posters of the movies. So, and I think the term Galtong, I forgot exactly, but it has like kind of it does mean something, and it's kind of almost self-deprecating, I think, to himself.
Oh, really?
So kind of a kind of tongue in cheek for him, but
Mhm.
um,
Mm.
what's also just as interesting is that this is a one-man operation, and he takes the orders, he cooks the food, he serves it, he'll and of course take your money. So, look, I know you said you thought it was a lot, but I mean, if you compare to what we could have had, I think we kind of spared you a little bit because
If you can compare, what kind of comparison is that?
no, I think. Don't you agree? Because so there, you have the different flavors of the different fried chicken you can have, right? But there's a serving called the director's cut, right? Actually,
Yes.
I would say the top of the line dish is the director's cut special, I think, which has like
Mhm.
every
That's what it's
single
called.
every single type of flavor you can have. But I took it like just one notch down. I took it just a step below, and had the director's cut. Okay, had like 3 different flavors of the fried chicken, a couple of sauces, and it's served appropriately about 2 to 3 people, which is
Yeah.
what we were more.
I had to talk you down to that. You wanted the bigger portion sized one.
Well, I thought it was good, as we know. I mean, as we live, to try one of each. I mean, we gotta.
Yeah. Except it's the same thing, just more. Coming off another relatively large spread of food.
Actually, I'm not quite sure. I still didn't look into, like, I forgot like what the difference is between the special and like the regular director's cut, because there's obviously more, but I think it's still something different on there.
Okay, because it did look like there was maybe another flavor that was on there that wasn't on the regular, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. But I mean, give me your impressions on on what you were able to have.
No, I did try all of it.
Yeah.
Because it's very important.
Right. I mean, but we just didn't finish everything. But from what you had, I mean,
yeah.
What'd you think?
Which is unfortunate because it was good. Like I actually liked it. It was a good fry on the chicken. I actually want more. Honestly, I'm a little sad that I didn't eat more when I had the chance.
Well,
you always go back.
Kind of occupied.
Look, I was dying. Okay, I was actually dying.
Your stomach was already kind of occupied, if you will. So,
yeah. So it is what it is. But I mean, I'll go back. Definitely somewhere I would go back to at least. And I like the atmosphere on the inside since it is a one-man operation. He just on the table. You got a bunch of chopsticks, a box of gloves, a bunch of napkins. You get your own drinks from the fridge in there. It was a.
I mean, it's efficient. It's
yeah.
Because I mean, you literally it's literally just him, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, so it doesn't have any wait staff and anything like that. So, take care of yourself. So it's all out there.
Which is great. It was actually, I don't know, it's a nice casual spot to go. I liked it. And I would go back. It's just rough, Koreatown parking is just hard.
I know. Thankfully, during at least that, when we went, since a holiday.
Yeah, you found parking pretty quick.
Yeah. What did Oli think about that?
No, I don't know. I didn't ask her
about
what she thought of the food. Look, man, I know She was also full. All right, I was already past the point of like thinking clearly by the time
Yeah.
I got home.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's all, brain's all fogged up from all the fried oil and stuff.
I don't know, the fried oil was fine. It was just all the food in general. Fried oil, the more fried oil, the better. Let's be real.
I agree. Well, we
Yeah, we
paired
weren't
it.
done yet.
No, we won't. We paired it down with a little bit of dessert, right? So
Yeah,
we
I mean,
we
there's always room for dessert.
yeah. So we kind of walked down the street and had some that ice cream from
Mm-hmm.
what was it? Booms and
Boomsan, I think
Boozman.
it might be Boozman or Boomsan, something like that. Um, but it is a Korean ice cream spot, which was good. Like, I mean, I made a mistake there too because
So
I was already dying, but
yeah.
then I decided to get the waffle croissant thing.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what it was called, a croffle maybe,
Mm,
but that's bready. It takes up a lot of space.
yeah.
It filled me up a lot more. It was bad idea. It was good. It was delicious. Don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah,
just too much.
absolutely. Yeah, the place is called Boomsan.
Yeah,
Bumsan,
sounds
organic milk bar. So
accurate. More Korean than Buzz Boozman.
it's in this bright, like light bright pink,
Pink ass building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
With
right in
all
front.
glass walls.
I totally forgot. We were discussing earlier because it's in front of the spot that was a bar where Love Hour used to pop up there.
Mhm.
And I said I was going to look into what that place was, and I totally forgot.
Yeah. Well, again, it was a busy day. It was a lot of food to make you not think properly.
But I do remember the guy that I was thinking about. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this guy Jimmy, he's the one who owned the place. But I don't have the name of the place that it was.
I mean, it's a start. It's fine. It's fine. We'll hopefully have that as a follow up on later on.
Some other follow up another time. That's why we have follow up.
Sequel bait.
That's right. And keep you in suspense.
To keep people coming. Yeah.
Through our incompetence.
Hey, look, if it works, it works.
Yep.
If it doesn't, then whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good. Yeah. So, I mean, I thought that was a day, some time well spent,
Yeah. I mean, it was all good food. It's just a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's, again, how else would you remember who you're hanging out with? I mean, how else would you spend that time? There's really.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel weaker than I used to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's in addition to, the aging, I guess it's also the infrequency as well. We're not keeping current on.
Yeah, I'm out of shape.
Yeah, I mean we're a shape, but not quite the shape that we're looking for.
I mean,
kind of a undefined.
Get more food in me, and maybe.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that was good. I mean I enjoyed that. So that was that was like Coop, followed by Galtong, and then finished off with Boomsan. Thank you.
Yeah, that was Friday, and that was also a lot of food.
Yeah, but then it leads us to the next day, which was more food.
Yeah, as expected with you and just us in general, our friend group.
I think so. Yeah. So the friend group, we got to meet up, and we had our Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
So. It was I thought it was a great day. There was a lot going on, a lot of new faces and things, and a lot to catch up on. But I thought it was a great time.
Yeah, it was definitely.
So
I will say it was a lot of food though.
Well, I think that's just about right then. I mean, it was. Let's go through that, shall we? So
yeah, please.
We had a good we had a potluck, so we all kind of brought something, right? So, Megan and Jason, who hosted, at their place, they prepared ham, right? A good ham and lasagna, right? And they also made that Korean salad thing.
Yes.
just for show.
No,
But
no, no. People actually ate it. It's fine.
no, of course I get it, but I mean, to really if I had a picture, I mean, it's just to contrast the fact that everything else on that table was
It was
brown.
brown. Yeah. As long as
so
they're fried or cheesy or
so I think they kind of
some.
saved the day a little bit, providing some digestive relief with some greens there. But
Mm,
so they did a great job at that, and um, we also what did I brought some lumpia again. Start with the fried
mhm.
stuff, and then I also decided to bring some Panda Express, just a tray of orange chicken. Like nothing else to pair with it. It's just let me just bring some orange chicken. I mean, it's
It's fine.
delicious because
You
it's
can't go wrong.
no.
Yeah.
Um, I think it was really for me. I mean, it's been a while since I had a nice serving of orange chicken. Um,
Mm,
so I brought that, and what else did we have? We had some scalloped potatoes. That was John,
yeah.
and who was well at this point was it really
And
John or was it Carmen? I don't know. I mean,
who knows? Who knows? I heard
uh,
she did most of the work.
I think so. Well, we had missed Carmen, unfortunately, but I'm obviously she was with her family, so um,
Mm.
but so she lucked out on that one, but um, but she had also made that Nutella bread pudding, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and
Nutella
that
croissant.
and that was certainly a big hit. That was really good,
Hmm.
right? Really,
Yes,
just
definitely.
just kind of really rich, just kind of laid on the croissant with the Nutella spread in there, and
Yeah. Bunch of sugar.
yeah,
Extra sugar.
I mean can't go wrong with that. But it was nice, like
Yeah. It's
yeah.
definitely good.
So what did Tomo bring? She brought that
She brought the sweet potatoes,
yeah yeah.
which is honestly that was the only time I had sweet potatoes this year, and that's one of my favorite sides. So
Is it
I'm
really?
very glad she did. Oh yeah, candied yams, sweet potatoes, same thing to me. It's all good.
I thought
It's one of my
they
favorites.
are different
They're
though.
they're different, but the dish itself is basically the same thing.
Right, same idea. So
Yeah,
okay,
so, very happy that she did that.
good. I just
Even though
wish
she cut the sugar content in
I know
half
it's like a crime. I
and
feel
the marshmallows.
that's crazy. It's like you're already depriving us of sugar. It's like why just like kick us while we're down. It's like okay.
Honestly,
Um,
but it was still good ish.
yeah. I mean,
Could have used more sugar.
yeah. Could have just had like a tub of sugar on standby, and just like
Yeah, yeah.
pour that on there.
Sprinkle on top for
Yeah.
taste. Just have it on the
It's
side
like
for people.
use half the bag. It's like, oh yeah, just to taste. Yeah.
I stand by this.
But yeah, that was also good. Um, it was Vivian AG who brought the mac and cheese, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So we had
That was
two
good too.
very cheesy dishes with the potatoes and the mac and cheese. So
Nothing wrong with that.
no, but again, none of these things were green. So um,
Eh,
yeah,
overrated.
yeah, exactly. So I think that was it for like the mains, right? Mains and
Yeah.
sides and stuff.
Yeah, I think everything else was dessert that I can remember.
We had a good array of dessert as well. Good host of
Yeah.
them. So we had many pies.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You had brought a couple of those pies. Remind me what those were.
Yeah, so I went to House of Pies because I live down the street from House of Pies. It was the pumpkin because might as well go the classic seasonal pie for the for the holiday.
Yeah.
Um, and then Bavarian chocolate cream pie, Bavarian chocolate banana cream pie.
Oh, banana cream pie. I see.
Yeah,
And I know you're not a big fan of bananas, in
personally,
general.
not a fan of the flavor. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Oli, it's one of Oli's favorites from House of Pies. So I was like, all right, whatever, that's fine.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
those were good choices. I mean, I still have a few slices here. I'm gonna, finish
nice.
off, but yeah, House of Pies is can't go wrong over there.
Yeah, every pie that I've had there has been great.
Yeah. So we had the pies. I mean, Fritz bought a couple of desserts too.
Yeah,
So
Costco size,
the Costco size pies and that tres leches cake
the
too.
tres leches. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
So I mean we made a small dent in some of those.
Yeah.
Um and then what I made some of those cookies too, and
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
You
man,
forgot to give him the Tillamook.
yeah, I forgot to get. So Jason basically took all of them, so
I mean, yeah,
it's all his
as
now.
expected.
So, and then I also put together this tart, a cranberry tart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, which I guess apparently it tastes more like a key lime thing than a cranberry thing, but oh well.
Hey, don't
Uh,
look at me. I didn't say it.
oh well. But I thought, I mean, that was, I think, really my first attempt to make that. So I thought, I think
Okay.
overall, like as far as the finished product, I thought it turned out pretty good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah,
I
it looked good. It held up well. It was good. It was
yeah,
good.
I think so. Like you can cut into it pretty good, nice clean cut, and
Mm-hmm.
I think the crust itself was like it was an almond flour crust, and so just kind of a nuttier flavor that goes well, I think, with the berries. So I don't know. I
Okay.
thought overall, I think I'll cook I'd cook the cranberries a little more next time if I do.
Okay.
Um, but overall, I was pretty happy with how it turned out, at least aesthetically. I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and I ate it too, so I think it's good. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that was a good array. I mean, considering we had even more people, close to like 12, 14 people or something like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But we had a few new faces there too for Friendsgiving, so that was
Yeah.
very exciting. I mean, we'll start off. I mean, that was the first time the group met Oli. So
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Oli. I don't know what she thought of us, but hopefully, yeah, I know it's
Mm.
questionable. We'll have to.
Definitely. Y'all are wild.
Yeah. Why? Well, actually, Tomo said she was a little tame,
She
right?
toned it
She had
down.
to
Sure.
restrain herself. The baby acted like a buffer,
Yes.
So
Yes. I'm sure that was very, very appreciated.
yeah.
Uh, speaking of the baby, he was the calmest baby I've ever met. My God,
Oh yeah.
he was adorable.
Baby Renji, huh?
Rangy. Yeah.
It's not quite the stove we were looking for, but it's still plenty cute.
Still sad about the name, but it's fine.
So
He's adorable.
so again, if they were to had named their child Jiren, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the strong stove that we were all
Yes, the
hoping
strongest in
for.
all the universes.
Correct.
Yeah.
But oh well,
Unfortunate.
it's how fate works, I guess. It's
Yeah.
So I mean Jiren, Renji, it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's,
It's just an anagram, honestly.
exactly. But yeah, incredible, cute baby, and very
Yeah.
very
Super
well,
mellow.
yeah, very well behaved, not fussy at all.
Yeah, it's great.
I really
And when he woke up, all he did was give people the stink eye. It was a mood, and I was very appreciative of it.
exactly a true vibe, the the Renji vibe. So yeah, I'm glad they were able to come over. They had to leave a little early because Kanara had to work,
Unfortunate.
So but glad they were able to stay. I feel like moving forward, this will be the excuse, right? Like, oh, I can't stay. We gotta go. We have the baby or whatever. Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, I don't blame her. Have you seen our group?
Yeah. Man, it's exhausting already. But yeah, so we had Renji, and then we also met Boba. That was
Yes.
Megan and Jason's new dog, and
Yeah.
and
Also super chill.
exactly, very well behaved, very well
Yeah.
trained, and it was I think it was definitely Boba's first time meeting Renji, but also like meeting like any sort of baby, I believe. So
Okay.
so there's like that curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of getting familiar. He's a Australian cow. Wait, dog.
House. Yeah. Yeah.
Some sort of cow dog.
Sure. Yeah.
Herder, sheeper.
Shepherd.
Yeah, something like that.
Cow herd. Something like that.
Yeah, it's close enough. But
Yeah.
Such a good boy.
Yeah.
Very good.
He's an old man.
Yeah. But he was chill to and just hanging out with everyone. Everyone just once he got familiar with us, and that we were friendly, then then he was a little less guarded.
Yeah.
So enjoyed that a lot. And then again, still a few more faces. We had Fritz come over. That was good.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen Fritz in a while, and Mr. Mr. Med student
Mhm.
workaholic extraordinaire. I mean, it's just. But he came over and he brought his fiance too, which
Yeah, we
was
finally met her.
very a very pleasant surprise.
What do you mean?
It was a pleasant surprise that
Oh, that they were both available.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Didn't
So
get to talk to her too much, Ina, but she seemed nice from the conversations I heard. So
yeah, I think so too. So just we'll have to give it some time. Hopefully, another meetup or something when they're not, working crazy busy as they usually are. But
yeah.
they're glad we're able to get them out, this time. So yeah, and then Megan had a couple of her friends
Mhm.
too, right? That
Yeah.
was
Risa
Risa, and Kaz.
has,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I got to talk to them a little bit more, and
Mhm.
it was pretty cool. They're really chill people, and
Yeah, it seems it.
yeah. So I mean, we had a lot of good, talk. Oh, and like I said, Vivian and AJ were there, so you know, got to catch up with them too, and then
Mhm.
John's there too. So anyway, moving on.
No Carmen though.
Yeah, it's too bad. Um, I wish we kind of got the short end of the stick there. Huh?
So you trade, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Oh
Um,
boy. Good thing he
but
does listen.
but it was a lot of, like I said, a lot of new faces, along with a lot of food. So
Yeah.
it was, but it was good. I mean, I think we got to go through, kind of do damage on that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, a decent amount.
Yeah. And there's plenty to take home. Next time, I got to
Yeah.
remember that again. We got to pack this stuff like, for
But just
people
have
to go.
containers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that, when people are out the door, it's like, here, you can take this with you, your
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
now,
yeah.
So, um, yeah, I mean, Friendsgiving was, that's certainly a great one. So hopefully we got to talk about then, now we're done with Thanksgiving. Now we got to go straight to Christmas and
Oh yeah.
and New Year's and stuff. So got to think about that time too. So,
Yeah. Busiest time of the year.
yeah. So, yeah, I hope everyone had a great, again, Thanksgiving and Friendsgiving or whatever gathering you want to do, or I mean, even if you just spend time, chilling on your own. I mean, just hope it was a good time for you. So a lot to still be thankful for. There's still a lot of crazy stuff I think that we experience in our lives personally, or like as we see in the world. Could be akin to a dumpster fire or something, or I don't know, but I'm not quite sure. I mean,
Why so bleak?
everyone's take is a little different, but like I said, I mean, there is still a lot to be thankful for. I think, um, so including this podcast. So thank you for joining us. That's also questionable, apparently. So
Maybe for the one held hostage here, but for the people who choose to be here, yeah, definitely.
Free will is an illusion. So
All right, Orwell.
oh boy. Well, that was that was a lot to catch up on, and hopefully
Yeah.
we'll hopefully we're hoping to get Jammers on here, but we'll make sure she gets on here pretty soon, and hopefully we can catch up with her as well.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, we are continuing to talk about our of good food. So we want to thank us again as we talk about these these adventures that we have together, whether with these local spots or pop ups and things in between with good food and good people. So Hey, as a reminder, if you do have anything to say or to share, you can reach out to us. I mean, we have the advanced electronic mail set up. If you don't remember, it's hi at dumbandhungry.com. So send us your thoughts, feedback, love letters. I mean, I don't know,
You might not want to. I
poems.
don't know, man.
I'm opening the floodgates here, man.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a lot worse than what you're thinking. You never know.
Can't be worse than what we have right now. I think it can only go up,
Nah,
man.
oh no. It's the internet. It could always be worse.
Oh man. Okay. Well, if you do, but of course we also have the Instagram at Dumb and Hungry and my_chow. But however you want to, or not, you just listen or not. You whatever. It's your
Oh,
do what you want. But
just avoid.
But if you're here, then yeah, we're thankful that you're here in the void. So thank you. Yeah, we'll continue to cover these. Another story of another pop up. That we visited. We both visited this several times, and
Many times, yeah.
and not surprisingly, we're still on the kick of barbecue as today's food group. So
The biggest food group, all right?
It really is.
It's the base of the pyramid right here.
It really is. It is the foundation that everything is built on at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you again, I mean, like during this time, this period of a few years, like it was just really finding like one barbecue pop up after another.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's burgers and stuff sprinkled in there too, but like I think this was really heavy on the barbecue. So there's gonna be, there's still a few barbecue places to cover. So we could temporarily rename this podcast. I have no idea, like I mean, it's one of each
Barbecue.
the barbecue,
Oh.
but that's what we got today. So, again, in this case, the barbecue is of the Texas style. So, we've talked almost ad nauseum about this, but we're gonna keep talking about it. But we've got that Texas style. So beef is king here. We've got things like brisket and beef ribs, but we have things like spare ribs and pork belly and a lot of things in between, as we're going to kind of look at today. But today's episode revolves around a singular individual, Mr. Dustin Bartz of Bartz Barbecue. And if you've met Dustin, he's he's a cool guy. He's a great guy, but he's someone that he definitely speaks his mind. He doesn't take crap from no one. So he definitely is one who definitely speaks his mind. And yeah. So I mean, this is I've already lost the internet. I thought I just had the internet set up. Man, what's going on here? That's fine. I got you. I got you, fam. Right here. That's Dustin right there. And I don't know the let's say this is about a year ago. So this is probably something like one of these classes he was like doing at his house. We'll get into this a little bit, but that's Dustin right there. And he makes great barbecue, I'll tell you right now, but he makes a lot of other things too. And honestly, he's always trying to find kind of the next thing, to do as far as like what's gonna make the big bucks or something. So it's I don't want to say he's like purely chasing for the money, but I mean that's a big part of it, I think. And so
he's done a lot of stuff.
Well, you got to make a living, man. You can't just do this stuff for free, or like, sometimes if you do something just because you like it, I mean, sometimes that doesn't pay the bills. All right. Let's be honest. So, but, you do something that you like, but, you have other things as well that you end up doing as well. Then, hey, that's all you, man. It's pretty good. But we'll see here with Dustin on how he gets along. But yeah, he This is probably what you would see Dustin probably very notable for. This is
This is what I know him for.
yeah, this is a shirt that
Oof.
he would wear often. This is it says 0% vegan. Just white text and a black shirt. And this is absolutely true. So he's got this big tray of barbecue held up right here, and we're gonna see a lot more of that. But
Yeah, and
Dustin, hmm
that slogan just holds true to both our hearts, though.
I think so. It's very definitely rings true. So Dustin, he'd been doing pop ups pretty much, and that and catering and things like that. Um, you with barbecue, or we'll see other dishes like burgers and fried chicken, and things like that. But yeah, this was he'd been doing this well before I'd met him, but I'd managed to go out there quite a few times to to try out his stuff. So um he would the thing about Dustin too is he of course he's smoking meat, but so it's smoked, but he also gets things smoked, if you know what I mean. He
Sure.
uh, makes great barbecue. I'm telling you. But
Yeah, that he does.
this guy's a businessman. So he is always looking for the next venture, and like again what's gonna grow and make the business. So mostly based in the South Bay. We see him at places like LA Ale Works. There's another area like right next to it called the Lab. We have this other place, Fairfield Beer, where we see him more recently, and just sprinkled around there in the South Bay area. But before I kind of met or knew of him, uh, I think. Well, I know he had did a couple interviews with Abe Delgado, I Crush Barbecue, and so I think he had also kind of contributed to that podcast. He might have done like an episode or two, like where he was like kind of doing things like interviewing or like corresponding or
Oh,
whatever. You
okay.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
so he was doing that a little bit, but but if you have a chance, and we'll share that, where that is with the iCrush barbecue stuff. Um, but I think early on, I think what kind of caught my attention or something, there are probably a few articles out there already about him,
Mhm,
but just out here, just on the internet here, just these stories on his Instagram were just kind of the highlights from this event that he put on called Smoke Fest, which is
mhm,
kind of like a small festival with like featuring different barbecue guys in LA. With himself, we had Meathead, that's Logan, he's in Florida now.
mm,
Kelly's, which I think was based in Highland Park. A's Barbecue, which we talked about recently.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, they these were just some of the stories here, but yeah, a lot going on. If you have a chance, you can check out these stories here. It's on his highlights too. So, but I think what we're seeing here, these I don't remember. This might have been like a much earlier time of this. This is in front of Sarah's Market over at City Terrace, but I'm trying.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't even realize he was there.
over by the hillside there. But
Mhm,
I'm trying to fast forward here because the ones that I've seen were over at already like at LA Ale Works, which was like a much
mhm,
bigger affair. I think like a bigger event that he put on. Um, I just keep skipping here. Shoot, I mean,
mhm,
but I hope you get the idea. He's just gathering a bunch of guys in barbecue and other places to um, put on this event for just called Smokefest. So yeah, I think like I said, I think there's an episode about that, or something that you can listen to about what he's up to with that. But as far as having met him, I met Dustin actually at an A's barbecue pop up.
Hmm.
So this was pretty early on. I don't have. Do I have? Yeah, I this was a while back. So we talked about A's again. So I that was over at Sarah's Market, and yeah, he was just kind of he was talking. Obviously, they were already well acquainted and everything, and I was just interested, just kind of getting familiar with with that whole with A's and their food and everything. But then I got started talking with Dustin, and he told me he did barbecue too, and so that kind of intrigued me, and that's kind of how I got my first um, kind of introduction, and what I would end up doing, and visiting another, sometime after. So the first pop up then was over at LA Ale Works, and we actually did kind of talk about this before because we did our Goldberger episode, and
This was your first trip to Bart's?
I think yeah, I believe so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if
Oh boy.
I'm not mistaken. So at LA Ale Works, from the Goldberger episode we talked about, they kind of had a kind of back to back kind of schedule that day. So we had Goldberger set up there first, and then kind of in that morning time, and then Dustin set up after. And so this was his. I think originally he was supposed to start at like 1 o'clock or something, and then he was like really late. So I had also shared that I brought Tiffany Tran and Tom along because I was excited, and this was like again early foray like into like knowing about this
Pop-ups
stuff.
in general.
So
Yeah.
I definitely still wasn't familiar on like how much food I should be ordering, and also just demonstrating any semblance of self control in front of people. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if it were us, I'm sure it'd be fine. But these were
That was
huh.
that was the first time you met Tom,
No, I
if
think
I remember correctly?
is
No?
it? I don't. No. I mean, it may be the first time like we gone out to eat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was definitely early on, right? In
Mhm.
meeting them. So, um, yeah, I think poor guy. I think I destroyed him. So I broke him, man.
Crazy.
Sorry, but this was the menu
How
on
how so?
there. Well, I mean, look at this menu, right? Just reading it off: prime beef brisket, wagyu brisket, wagyu pastrami beef cheeks, pastrami brisket, pork belly burnt ends, pork chili verde in tortillas, pulled pork, ribeye, steak, prime beef, Frito pie sausage. I mean, as we go along here, I'm gonna just show you here. We're just gonna go through some of the pictures that we have here. This is the
Mhm.
beef rib. I basically ordered a little bit of everything. Save for maybe
I see.
the ribeye or something like that. But pretty much
Mhm.
everything I'm taking here, and we're gonna see, I ordered, and for my first time, and I was probably like one of the first people who ordered in that line.
Ah,
Um, but I was already
this is for
excited.
3 people?
Uh,
It was just
yeah,
you 3?
it was the three of
Okay.
us, but I wanted to try a little bit of everything, you know. So I mean, that's the thing with barbecue, right? You typically order a la carte, right? There's no
Mhm.
like combo number one or whatever. It's like half or quarter pound of this, and it's not like you can get like you have to get like a whole sausage or like a whole beef rib, right? You can't just
Full ass beef rib, yeah.
yeah. But these were
Oof.
just some of the pictures here, and I gotta say, I do appreciate, for some reason, just it always comes to my like when Dustin, shares some pics sometimes. I mean, he's always very considerate to give credit and all that. And not
Mhm.
that the other guys don't; they definitely do. But for some reason, like it just always catches my attention that I feel like Dustin just does it more, just even more so. It's just kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, this was like just one of the trays, right? Has sausage, some pulled pork, and then a couple of the sides, like the cream corn, which I think probably some of my favorite
Oh,
of his sides.
yeah.
Um, but
And then some green shit.
well, I had company,
Why?
so
What a waste.
I know. Um, let me see. Here is another
Wait,
tray. What's that?
how many trays did you get? Go back one more.
Oh, those were
You
our
got three
trays.
trays.
I'm gonna show you. So we had the first tray, and
One
then we
for each
had
of you.
this tray here, the beef rib, brisket, the pork
Oof.
belly, which I know we would be well familiar with,
Uh, yeah.
mac and
Later on,
cheese,
yeah.
and and the beans. So
Oof.
what else? We have pastrami, I guess, and other brisket and all the sauces. Yeah, this was a loaded plate, and so a lot of these things, I think, again, I had already at this point. Who would I have already had? I mean, we had Ragtop Fern, we had A's, Moose.
You've been to Smoky Jones by then?
At this point, mm, I might have.
Okay.
I might have, yeah, but it's still early on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
But early on, you were going ham.
yeah. But these were a pick of the beef cheeks. So beef cheeks, they can be, they're pretty rich, even
Mm-hmm.
in the small package. I mean, but sometimes depending on how they're cooked, I think as I remember, sometimes they can present a little slimy. I think texturally. It's just it's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of a different texture.
Mm-hmm.
But these were pastrami, these brine pastrami as well. So I mean, there's just like a lot going on here. You have the richness of the cheek itself, and then you have the pastrami flavor, and yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild when I look back and like think that, oh my, I ate all of these things or tried to eat all of these things. Yeah. So
What kind of sausage is that?
that's a Frito pie sausage. Yeah.
Okay.
So here we have Dustin, and then his boy Ulysses. So Ulysses is always supporting and helping him out, and we'll see him again. But yeah, we got Dustin there, and yeah, that was a busy day though. I mean, already by then, people were already they already knew. They
Yeah.
already hearing. They were getting the word. They already knew about Bartz Barbecue, and people were just kind of lining up, and yeah, it was like, again, it was very exciting. I had no self control, and it's just crazy. We'll see the pork belly burnt ends again. I think that becomes one of
A lot,
certainly
yes.
some of our faves there. Yeah, I mean, we just continue to go. I mean, we have more pop. This was like another pop up again. A lot of these are going to be like
Favorite.
at LA Ale Works,
Mm-hmm.
but this one was like another one. More pastrami. You have the beef cheeks, and beef rib. I think I don't remember. I think this was just me at that point. I don't remember if
Okay.
you were this one. You could have been. I
But you
just
got
don't
two
remember.
mac and cheeses
Yeah, I guess I did.
for just you?
Well, I guess I did. It's right there. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think that's just you. That's a lot for just one person.
hmm.
Even yourself.
Well, I mean, you could
You
have
got two
been.
trays.
Well, if it wasn't me, then you would have been there too. So it's gonna be
You think it would be me or somebody else? Because you got two trays here.
who
No way
is
was that just
somebody
you.
else. I mean, I have no idea who else.
I don't know. John?
No, I don't think I've been able to get John out here for this. So
Mm,
remember, I mean, I have two trays right there. Right? It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But
I mean, if this is early on, it's just you. That's wild.
I know it's crazy. This is yet another pop up.
Four?
This was a smaller tray. I mean, look at this. That's not too bad. Just a
Who's
couple.
this for?
Just a couple bites, couple sides. You know what?
Yeah, it's like a moonspoon. That's like
Oh,
tapas.
I remember this now. Okay, so this was part of a. I don't really remember the backstory of this, but he worked with one of the other barbecue guys, which I don't have a good pick of. But his name, that guy. So you have Ulysses here on the left, but the guy on the right, his name is Drew Harper, and he he builds smoke pits,
Smokers?
smokers.
Yeah.
Harper Barbecue. So a lot of the guys there's a few guys that use his pits.
Mm.
I think including even at like Heritage or whatever. Um,
Oh.
but yeah, Drew, he makes these he does put together smokers. Um, but he also, he also cooks. I mean, he also makes barbecue. And I don't know what the status is now, but I'd been hearing for a while that he, has been planning to open a restaurant, down in like the OC, his own barbecue restaurant. So I hope that he can or does eventually if he hasn't already. Um, but yeah, so what I was trying to say, Drew, they got together and like did this whole hog barbecue kind of event. So
Oh.
that's what this was. So it was so whole hog is like a Carolina style kind of barbecuing method where you kind of get like a slab of like concrete, your bricks or whatever, and then you lay you kind of build a wall of it, and then you lay like coals and whatever there, and then a kind of a wire grate on top of the pit area now, and then the pig kind of splayed, open, is placed on there and cooked and all that. So over several hours, whatever, live fire and all that. So this was like the product of what they made. And I remember I had visited briefly the night, I think it was the night before when they were doing the cooking. You,
That's
you
right.
know,
I remember that story.
you remember what did I tell you?
I don't know. I don't remember much, but I remember that was the first time I ever heard of whole hog, and you were saying that that was your. And wasn't there?
Oh,
Did
interesting.
this guy write a book, or was that somebody else that did the whole hog book?
Yeah, Sam Jones is the guy I think that a lot of these barbecue guys look at, kind of
Okay.
seek after for the standard of whole hog barbecue. So
Hmm.
yeah, but this was, I think this pick here is like of the skin, the very crispy skin.
Yeah, the best
Yeah,
part.
yeah, absolutely. But usually everything's like all chopped up,
Hmm.
with the skin and the pork meat and whatever. So
Yeah.
there'd be
Wasn't it like
bits. Uh huh.
what was it? Your visit wasn't it at like 11 p.m. that you went to see him, and then
Yeah,
you were there
because
for
they
a
were
bit
because they were cooking at night. I
doing it
mean,
overnight.
it's an
Yeah,
overnight
yeah, yeah.
thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I remember stopping
I
by.
remember it's like a really late time that you were just decided to
Yeah,
visit.
yeah, man. So that shoot that already happened back then. I felt like that would have happened later in like the sequence of events here, but
Hmm.
it's pretty early on from what I can see. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's that was pretty good. I think that was more like a labor of love, if anything. Like it was just more of an exercise to just see like, oh, you can do this. But
Hmm.
I think the art, the process of cooking a whole hog barbecue in this way is, yeah. I mean, it's always very traditional to that style, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd have to check. I'll share the book. What that is from Sam Jones,
Hmm.
but yeah. Um, but moving on, we continue. Again, I'm just letting on top of this, right? Just in general, in the sequence of that, I am also eating other barbecue at other barbecue
Yeah.
places, right? It's not just
In between. Yeah.
Bart's. It's like all these other ones that I found so far, right? So again, Ragtop, Moose, Heritage,
You gotta you gotta put a timeline at some point of all these barbecue places and which time when you visited them. Just combine all the timelines for each place. I'm just very
I
curious
know I should
how
make like
often.
a little Gantt chart, like a project management thing. It's just
Yeah.
like a little timeline, like each,
Yeah.
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 Um,
I'm very curious
I
how
know.
full that
Yeah.
timeline
So
would
I'll
be.
plot each point as a milestone, like of each
Yeah.
pop up or event
Each visit.
visited. Yeah.
Yeah. And don't even count the burgers. I want to see just
The
barbecue because I'm
just the
sure that's pretty
barbecue.
full on its own. Yeah.
Okay. Now it's out there. Now it's gotta be manifested in some way. So um yeah, I mean I was thinking about that too because again like we can see there's a lot of overlap in some of these stories, right? In the timeline of
Yeah.
things. Um It'd be
Like
interesting to
even just
see.
that plate that you showed, it
Yeah.
was really small for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious what you did prior, because I'm sure, or after, because I'm sure that wasn't your only visit to a food place.
Yeah. That's true.
Because it's around this time you're going hard at all the pop ups.
I know. And then some. Crazy. Well, back to back to more food here. with this plate. This was just another pop up, but we see a little bit more variety. In
Mm.
what Dustin is just trying out here. So you see some familiar bites here, some pork belly, some brisket, I believe, but then we have this large piece here in the middle of lamb shank with a chimichurri sauce. All right, and some pulled pork next to that, and also in the corner is a jalapeno popper. So
That's what that is. Bacon
yeah,
wrapped jalapeno popper. Okay.
that's what
Yeah, I
that is.
mean,
Yeah,
there's got to be some sort of meat in there. Come on now, it's
yeah.
Bartz.
Absolutely. So yeah, this was this was just like another addition, another thing that he would try. I don't know. Dustin again is just like kind of trying to try out what and what sticks and what doesn't, and I mean, if hopefully he's making money out of it, but if not, then he moves on to the next thing. But in the meantime,
Mhm.
you just kind of try out what he's doing, and so far, I think it's pretty good. Let's see. This was 9. So, what we also see are things like this. Uh, this
Yes, I
I
remember this one.
I
I
don't.
unfortunately I couldn't try it, but you mentioned this to me, and I was so sad I missed it when you did.
Okay, yeah. This was a
The
breakfast.
blueberry,
Yeah, breakfast item. Yeah,
yeah,
blueberry barbecue sauce with the burnt ends on top of a
burnt ends on a
waffle.
fucking waffle.
Yeah, this was again like
That's
around the
wild.
yeah, along with let me find the picture here. It was like a breakfast taco or something. So this would have been before, since 2019. So this was before my Texas trip, for the Texas Monthly event. But everyone was already talking about it, getting ready.
Mm,
And I don't remember if some influence in that event had something to do with this. But this is just a big ass
bacon
tortilla
egg brisket.
with a big slab of brisket and pork belly and a fried egg on there. Um,
Nice.
yeah, I mean it's a lot. It's yeah.
Look,
But
man, I'm a big fan of breakfast food, so this is all gold by me.
I know. And again, like as you know, I don't really take food home, so I just kind of finish
Mhm.
what I have there. So I probably finished all of this stuff, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it's it's a lot, man.
But it's
But it's
good.
good. It was pretty good. I mean, you had the
Mhm.
pork belly, which is great, and then it's dipped in like this sweet. I think it was probably a little sweet or whatever that sauce, but
Okay.
I think it was nice to eat. It was just nice. I don't know. I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm so sad I missed it.
That's Dustin for you.
Yeah. You gotta go
So,
when you can.
yep, exactly. Um, what I want to show up here too, this collection, yeah, these set of photos here, these are tacos. So there is there's this guy named Chef Allen. He he does like kind of catering and he's a private chef, and he owns this spot called Corazon LA. It's a pop up. Um,
Oh. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I think if they're not still there, I mean they would be set up at Boomtown Brewery.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, but for a while, Dustin and them kind of did a little collab, and like they would make tacos from Dustin's meats and stuff like that. So that's what we're seeing here. I mean, actually, yeah, Corazones, their tacos, they're just very kind of high in quality ingredients. They're just like, you know, they're the kinds that they're like really good tacos. Price wise, I think it's like at that part where people would start thinking, oh, do I really pay this much for a taco or whatever? But it's like, well, it
Mhm.
is certainly one of those that it's well worth what you're paying, because there's a lot. It's high quality. It's just a really good tasting taco. I don't quite. I'm trying to remember now. You know, Dustin reached out to me and he wanted. I believe he asked me to come out to take pictures and just check out these
Hmm.
guys. And I don't remember if there was a particular reason why, or why they kind of started collabing or whatever, but um I'm glad. I'm kind of glad they did because I wouldn't have known them otherwise. And this was pretty good.
Mhm.
This was like at night, so it was kind of tough, without good lighting or whatever. But I think I managed to pull this off. A little bit of lighting from the fire and some of the street lighting as well. But yeah, I mean, it was
Mhm.
it was pretty good. And it reminds me that I need to kind of visit them again. Again, if it's Corazon LA. If they're usually they'd be set up at Boomtown. So hopefully they're
Mm.
still doing their thing over there. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, these were just a lot of good tacos, a lot of good, um, yeah, just a really well made taco quesadilla, whatever it is, you would get there. So yeah, just one of the many kind of visits for that. Um, this this was just another pop up. I mean, I'm just
Standard. Yeah.
yeah. This was probably at LA Ale Works, no doubt.
Yeah, that barrel definitely.
Yeah, but you have beef rib, the pork belly, the brisket. Yeah.
Green corn.
Yep.
It's
Um,
corn.
I mean, yep. Uh, this next one here. All right, let me see what we
Yeah.
have.
What? I'm sorry. What?
What we have here, we have two dishes here. We have a tray on the left, and then we have a plate on the right.
Hmm.
The plate on the left looks pretty standard,
Yeah, looks good.
but then the plate on the right you got something a little new over there,
Huh?
Uh,
I don't remember this one at all.
yeah, you may have slipped under the radar for you. That's smoked spaghetti, okay, with pulled pork. All right,
Okay.
so what I said, it's spaghetti with pulled pork.
I mean, that's fine as it is, but like, did you cook the spaghetti by smoking it
um, he may have finished it off
in the
in the
smoker?
smoker.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Curious to get interesting.
I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I think obviously you got pulled pork in there, and it's sauced up and
Hmm.
whatever. So I overall it was pretty good. This is
Okay.
okay. Let me tell you again. This is the kind of food you eat for sure. Like when after you've um
After you smoked, after you smoked some
when
meat,
when you
you mean?
yeah when you smoke some and smoke some meat and
Yeah. Okay.
when you got the munchies, I put it that way.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
are the kind of foods that you definitely want to lean towards, and that will carry you through. But this was I
Okay.
think that first foray into doing that. Yeah, he's
Yeah. I can't say anything about this. I was super excited about the damn blueberry blueberry waffle. I I can't judge.
that's a it's he's got there's a lot of
But it
entrees
was good.
in the Dustin Bartz
Yeah.
repertoire of barbecue. I want to so it comes around this time where we go to Texas. So
Mhm.
by we I mean I took a trip on my own, but I met up with these
Yeah.
guys. There
A
was
lot of guys.
there's
Yeah.
Dustin, there was Abe, there's Danny from Heritage Barbecue. It's also where I met um, Alan from A's Barbecue, like properly. Um, but we all kind of traveled out there to Texas for the Texas Monthly,
Hmm.
barbecue festival, and so it's like it's a big festival, just like out there, and they bring out the best of the best, really. So Texas Monthly, they published a list of like top 50 and all that, and so they invite all those people or as many as they can, and many others to showcase their barbecue and all the best stuff. So I mean, definitely at this point, I was really into this, right? And so I booked my tickets, booked my flight, my stay, and everything. And I had my own, accommodations and arrangements, but I had time to hang out with these guys, including Dustin. And I think it was the day before the festival. Usually, people, all the barbecue guys and all the people, they kind of meet up at different places. And one of the places we met up was at Snow's Barbecue, and out in Lexington. And Snow's is like kind of an institution, really. It's like one of the kind of revered places because it.
Mhm.
But everyone hangs out at Snow's usually the day before, and I think Dustin agreed to, take me along with him, save me a trip or whatever. But Dustin, the thing about that trip is that for Dustin, he had already had plans to visit because he had purchased like a food trailer or something that he was picking up. And so he had this big van that he had bought already, this big cargo van. And he drove it cross country, like from LA to Texas. And, while he was there, he was going to pick up that trailer and bring it back. So, um, I, uh, I rode with him, for one of the days that we were there, in this van, and we drove out there to Snows, and I don't know. Let's see. This is like fall season. I don't know. I don't know what if the temperature's always very cold over there or cold at the time. So we go there in the morning because Snows opens at 8 o'clock. It's a morning spot. Um, but it's cold. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Even though I'm a big guy, I got extra layers or whatever. It's still cold, and I I didn't bring a jacket, so I had just like a
Oh, at
shirt.
all?
I just had a shirt. Yeah, I think I just had a T-shirt with me, just
Damn.
because I was in
It's
Texas, and
November in Texas.
because I thought
It
it
was
was in
November
yeah, but it was Texas. I thought it was like hot all the time or whatever. Yeah,
in November in a state where it can snow.
I didn't really know those parts of Texas at that time. I wasn't too familiar, to be honest. Anyway, it was cold.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And I was like, and we'd gotten out of the van and we were like waiting, we walked over to the place and we were like already hanging out or whatever. And I was like already like shivering or whatever. And thankfully Dustin had a jacket in his van, and he lent that to me. I don't remember he had one of his own or whatever, but yeah, I was very lucky to not die from like hypothermia or whatever. Because that place is cold. I mean, there's like it's all outdoor. See, it's kind of outdoors. I mean, it's like kind of it's got a covering or whatever, but it's not, it's not really a building inside where you sit down necessarily. I mean, most of it's outside anyway. But yeah, it was. Thanks for that, Dustin. Yeah, I died that day. But like I said, he drove to Texas to pick up this food there, and he did like his own like barbecue crawl because, again, Dustin, like, again, he's not afraid to like say what he's thinking or like speak his mind. So he's like, all these barbecue places, they're all, they're all right. I mean, they're all pretty good. It's like I don't see what all the hype is about.
I see.
It's like talking about these legitimate like people who made like top 50 or whatever. Like I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I could make this stuff pretty good on my own.
Okay.
Hey, I mean he makes his own stuff and it is pretty good. But
I mean, it is good. Yeah.
I'm sure these other guys in Texas have a thing or know a thing or two as well. I don't know. A lot of places I still yet to visit and still need to go, but yeah, it's just funny to hear Dustin sometimes just kind of give what he's thinking and what he's saying
Mhm.
about these places, which otherwise are like heralded or lauded by in Texas Monthly or like just the general public. So I don't know. That's Dustin for you, but nice. He'd also share
He's
that.
certainly a character.
Yeah, he certainly is. He also shared a story while they were there. I think he had to give a ride to like both Abe and Danny. I think because like pick up a rental car or something that wasn't like close to the airport or like anywhere where they were. So Dustin was nice enough to drive them, but it's again, he's in this van, and it's not like there's no seating in like the cargo space of the van.
Oh,
It's just like
I see.
the thing in the front,
The front, yeah.
and I don't think
Okay.
there are 3 seats.
Not officially.
So I think you might need to like convert something to accommodate an extra passenger in there. So
Mhm.
I think that was kind of funny to hear about that. But that was Texas, and we hung out again. I think I also remember we hung out at like on 6th Street in Austin. So 6th Street is like where they have all the bars and all the partying and whatever. So I don't remember. Yeah, I must have met up at where he was staying, and then he must have taken an Uber or something, some sort of arrangement, and we got down to 6th Street and walked down the bars. Again, I told him I don't drink, but I think I managed to put down a few or something like that. Yeah,
Sure.
pretty anticlimactic for that guy. I mean, about me, but
Yeah, but I'm sure he went.
oh no,
He went
absolutely, yeah, no, and I
hard.
tried to partake a little bit just to be
Mhm.
but yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was like late at night, it was a real party scene,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a fun time, But back to reality, we after Texas, obviously we still follow up with more pop-ups, so no no problem there. This
How long in
one,
between?
like a week. No,
All
was it
right,
a
sounds
week?
about right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, probably
because the Texas monthly trip, Texas monthly is like in the first week of November,
the first weekend of November.
and
Yeah,
then
and then literally
this
on the
pop up.
10th, it looks like.
Yeah, this pop up was like just like a week after. But I don't remember now because Dustin, I guess then he must have picked up his trailer, like literally, he picked it up that same like weekend or whatever. But then he must have driven back like right after, because the travel time is like, if you drove straight, it's like 20 plus hours to get back to LA. So
It's like a 2-day drive.
yeah, I mean, but still, like, yeah,
That's still enough time to set up for a thing.
I guess so. Including this one.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I don't know.
Full of burnt ends.
But yeah, this particular one is a little different because I think the added item on here is what you see here, kind of on the bottom right side of this picture, which is a smoked stuffed quail. I don't remember where he gets this. I don't know where he gets these ideas from. Sometimes it's like, you got things like the smoked spaghetti. You got the barbecue, the blueberry sauce,
Blueberry.
and then you got these smoked stuffed quails. I mean, I'm sure at the time that I was, I was reading about this, or like, I'm sure, he had a perfectly good explanation of where this stuff was coming from. But
that's bacon wrapped, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
It's got to be. It just has to be. Yeah, because otherwise it's just a vegetable.
Exactly. Big ol' slab of brisket, just all this pork belly. It's like, man. I mean, I thought it turned out pretty good. The quail was smoked pretty good. It wasn't like dry or nothing. But I don't remember the last time I had quail. I'll tell you that. But that's.
So what was it stuffed with?
I don't know. Clearly a cheese of some sort.
Yeah.
Ground up meat and cheese. Have to look back. Don't quite remember. But of course I had to try it. So yeah, that was good. And yeah. Then then we jump to kind of this next one here. Let me see. Where is I'm trying to remember. Like, interestingly enough, I don't see any like immediate pictures of like the trailer. I think moving from this point forward, he's like kind of using this trailer. But like, I knew I had a few pictures of it. I'll have to find it as we go along. But okay, so this pop-up that I have here, these pictures that I have, I couldn't quite tell you exactly. There's not that many items on here, right? But I also couldn't tell you exactly what is everything on this plate. Okay. So we have what is this? Is this pastrami? This is pastrami something. Let's say pastrami
Yeah.
brisket with with
Is that a meatball sub?
Okay, so my notes say it's a brisket calzone. I don't quite
Oh shit!
don't quite remember.
Man,
I don't quite
oh, I
remember.
really want to try that.
Well, I don't remember
It
if
looks
that's what
good.
that is, but it's like, dude,
It doesn't look like it.
it's just overly saucy. A lot of the like greens and stuff is just herbaceous. It's
Yeah,
crazy. I mean, I'm not saying it's
it
bad.
looks like a sub.
It's just really loaded, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. Again, this is for the guy with the munchies. Okay, I tell you that right now.
Hey, if it works, it works.
It works. It works. So okay, so part of this was that, um, is that this was part of like this series that he was doing, like of like international fusion or whatever. I
Okay.
I couldn't quite explain it to you, but I think I remember that's kind of what he was going for. So this one was like this Italian fusion with barbecue
Hmm.
or whatever. So the sausage that he has here, as I see, it's a taco sausage. So
I'm sorry.
like a taco, like the white people taco, the ground meat and the with the taco mix seasoning and whatever. That's what you have
Okay.
here.
Okay. That's Italian.
um, you know what? According to him, it probably is. The Italians eat tacos, I guess. I don't know.
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
The dish originating from Mexico.
Or maybe I could have had that mixed up. I mean, but
Or was it just supposed to be like a bunch of different things on that same day kind of thing?
I thought he had like a theme going on. Because like I don't have a picture of like some of the other events, but like he had this Korean, like this week he did
Oh,
Korean, so he had like a sticky like glazed pork belly something. I don't know, among other things.
sticky glazed.
You know what I'm
Just
talking
that
about?
description does. No, I don't.
It doesn't do anything for you.
No, no, doesn't sound familiar.
Fine. Um, but hope you enjoy that. We'll have to ask him and see if
It
he
looks good.
see
I
if he
will.
remember what that is. But I my notes say it was a brisket calzone, so I don't know
I'm a
if
big
like
fan
I
of
was supposed
marinara.
to put the brisket in the calzone part. I don't quite know now.
I don't know. I
Um,
doubt it because it's already like garnished on top, so probably not.
yeah, but that's fine. Again, and then as we move along, Dustin continues to find more ways of of the next best thing and like what else he can do to grow the business. And one of the other things he does are these barbecue dinners, and these are more like I think the way he set it up is that you can like it's like an all you can eat kind of deal, which
Hmm.
sounds pretty good.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how he I don't know how he
You can eat
pulled
burnt
that
ends.
off,
Hell yeah.
but he yes, barbecue and beer dinner at LA Ale Works. Yeah, so they had a little like kind of food. So we obviously know where the places, the main place where you drink and all that. But there is an area in the back, a hallway down. You walk down, and there's a
That's right.
place. So it's $125, all the beer and barbecue for 2 hours, and
Oh, even including drinks.
yeah, and you can
Oh.
served, yeah. And so you had this just like a bunch of people, a couple dozen people here, just and then you like along where these windows are, that's like where they serve have the sides and whatever. And then
Hmm.
there's another area either on the same side or in the opposite side of the room where like Dustin is like cutting up some of the
Okay.
meats and whatever.
All right.
So yeah.
That actually sounds really worth. I'm not gonna lie.
And look, here's the types of meats that he had.
Anything
Uh
wild on there?
Well, you got this. I mean, everyone's like talking up the wagyu. I got to
Uh
look a
huh.
little more into like really the uh really
I see the Korean thing.
yeah, wagyu prime brisket. Yeah, you saw where was that here? Korean sticky
Sticky
pork
pork rib.
ribs. Yeah, okay. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Sure.
your pork
But
belly. Yeah.
before I know this is a distraction, but before we go anywhere, what is that related post down there? No, go back.
Uh oh.
What is that? That first one, that big looking burger.
This one.
Yeah.
This is a recent post. I'll show you the video here.
Wagyu smash.
It's a big ass burger. Okay.
Okay, it's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. I'm not against this.
I think he did a catering thing recently, and he just straight up made like a 20-pound. I don't understand at this point if you make a 20-pound smash burger, is it really a smash burger at this point? I mean, actually, it is. He had a video. We'd have to look where it is, but like he just straight up like
it
took
is
this
many.
like what is equivalent to like one of those pizza like what do you call those? The things that pick up the pizza from the oven?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
I
just,
don't know, spatula.
whatever. He just straight up used that and like not a hammer, but like just a big weight to
A
like
mallet.
flatten.
It has to be huge. Like that's how many layers is that?
It's a lot. It's crazy. Can't. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, we will have to look for that. It's kind of crazy.
I'm in though. I don't even care. I'm in.
And then I think right there, like that guy on the left, he's just like smoking a big ass blunt, just straight up, just a big blunt. It's.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
About what that is? Yeah.
It looked like a bomb, but okay.
Well, it's gonna mess you up, man. It's crazy. But
anyway,
back to the barbecue dinners.
Continuing your adventure. Yeah. It was a big freaking burger. I was impressed.
No, it was. But there's Dustin. Like I said, he was cutting up the whatever meats you want, but you serve all your sides and whatever. Yeah. I wish I had just more wherewithal on taking better pictures, especially indoors, especially with more lighting. Like usually I just rely on, natural lighting or whatever, which is fine. But like, especially like this is an evening thing. So, it would make more sense to, have your own lighting to kind of, I don't know. It's fine. But yeah, this was, so you needed like a certain amount of people so that again, Dustin's always like think of all the numbers in his head. He's like, I need like 20 people or whatever. It's like, to make it worth it or whatever.
But what if it's 20 people like us?
Again, we have to pay. Yeah, well,
125, but we can definitely get more than $125.
The thing is that he definitely has enough. He definitely has a lot of extra. People take stuff home too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
people like us though.
We would take some home, simple too. So this was like stuff like he would pack up, right, for people to take home.
Yeah. Was that turkey?
No, I think it was just like pork belly.
Oh, that's not pork belly.
Where it was. Well, we have to go back. I have to look back go back to the menu where the post was.
Yeah, there's the outdoors. Is that the line for?
No, it's just. I think I just took a picture. I think they're just people hanging out there. Oh. Where was my post? Yeah, here we go. All right, let's look at that. Let's see. What would it most reasonably be? Brisket, pastrami, brisket, beef rib, sliced pork belly. I think it's a sliced pork belly.
I guess it is. It doesn't look like it, but
yeah. So yeah.
Pretty nice. Good. That's a lot.
Pretty good.
Definitely worth that price, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, here. Going back to your inquiry from earlier.
Yes. Oh, okay. So he smashed them individually and then stacked them.
Yeah, but there. You see that thing, right? That pizza thing, I think?
Yeah.
All right.
How did he smash it, though? I want to see the weight that he used.
Is he using it here? Let's see. Well, you can see him like flipping it here, right?
He had a spare.
This guy's like literally. This guy's crazy. He's like comes up with like the craziest thing sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's good. I'm very like. I am appreciative of the stuff that he comes up with. Yeah.
There. Okay. There.
Oh, just himself. Okay.
I thought he had a there.
Oh,
boom.
There it is. What is that? It's a kettlebell. It's a kettlebell weight. It's like a 25-pound weight.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You find those at the gym.
Yeah. Oh man. Those are your gains, man. Those are gains.
This guy's so wild. I love it.
Yeah, I know. It's he really doesn't give a crap from no one. Look, okay, I know we're like getting off track here with like, this whole burger, this whole
It's
thing that
just
we're
so
looking at.
interesting.
Here's another one. Again, he's cutting the burger. Here's the guy literally, did you see that? That first part is just literally
What was
blowing up that joint. It's
No,
You
I
didn't
need to
see
see
that?
that again.
You want to see that
I
again?
saw it. Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
right there.
What is you?
Right. See? It's legit. This guy, that's why you need that 20-pound burger. Because after you smoke that, you'd be like destroyed. You need something to, yeah,
I'd pass out.
probably. Not
But
these
look at that
guys.
burger, though.
Yeah, it's insane.
I want it. Oh,
Good job.
I'm wearing a burger shirt.
Perfect. Perfect. It's
I want it.
hopefully make it 20 pounds. It was a 20-pound burger. That's what he said. Yeah. So amazing.
Crazy.
Amazing. You come a long way, Dustin. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm just so impressed by all of this.
Oh man. All right. So here's the album I was talking about with the food trailer. I don't even know now where this falls into the whole timeline of things because he got the obviously he went out there in November. So I don't remember if that means that no, he must have picked it up. I remember he said he was picking it up. So maybe it's just like either I just only took it recently or like sometime after. Because that was a period of about like 3 months maybe after he picked it up. But this was the trailer. It's a shiny red trailer, and he was talking about all his ideas, like he's gonna put up TVs and whatever. And there's his van, got brisket and yeah. So he was always telling us like people would call him and like ask him about his catering, but again, like even in Texas, but it's like no man, I'm based in LA, So, but yeah. But that was this was him at the out at the trailer. So yeah, I mean, it worked out okay. I mean, the trailer, I don't remember how long it lasted. I mean, he didn't hold on to it too long. He did sell it off, but I think he sold it off for more than what he got it for, apparently. So
okay, well that's great.
Good for him. One other kind of tidbit is that as far as the meats he cooks, Dustin really doesn't like pork ribs. He doesn't like cooking ribs.
Yeah, he doesn't do it a lot from what I've seen.
So it's usually just beef, and as far as pork, it's going to be like pork belly or things like or pulled pork, but not ribs particularly. Yeah,
not too often.
I don't quite remember the reason. It's just maybe a preference or whatever. But yeah, this was food from the trailer. I think this was some random guy's tray. Yeah,
not even yours.
It wasn't my tray.
Is that a chicken?
Yeah, like a quarter chicken, smoked chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Didn't see that too often.
No. But yeah, that was days at the trailer, Yeah. And again, I don't know how long that lasts. But yeah, that was fun for a while. That was definitely. Let me see. Oh, sure. Okay. The I wanted to bring up for you new ones. Yeah, the you want to see? There's more smoked spaghetti.
That's a whole ass tray.
It is. So actually, I'm looking now. This was actually now during the pandemic. Okay. A lot of these guys, including Dustin and everyone else, are like, this was his way of like still serving up something. You pick up your food, and so he was. I mean, smoked spaghetti was like easy to make, right? I mean, it's just So
he just finishes it off in the smoker,
yeah. Again, you have more things for barbecue pickup. You pick up. You set a time. You sign up online. You pick a time. You send your money, and then you're slotted in, and then you pick up your food. So yeah, I mean it's
burnt ends and brisket.
Yeah, that was really it, man. It was a simple tray.
Good.
Yep. Yeah, Dustin. Again, like just thinking about some of the things that he's put together and done. Some of them were like I mean, they were overall on the whole end like really good, but some of these other things are like kind of over the top, just a little extra. Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Um, we kind of flash forward, we again, like I said, we're kind of into this time of the pandemic and everything, and we start like I don't know, like later in 2020 or whatever, we see a series of posts from Dustin, uh, with them along the message of this is the end of Bartz Barbecue. Why are you laughing?
What's the date on this?
This was dated what, October 9? Yeah, October 9, 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's 2022 and they're still doing stuff. So
yeah, just look. I mean, this was the final 3 food pickups are coming up. This is the end of Bart's Barbecue. Only have 2 more pickups. This was October, like end of October. He might do Thanksgiving. It depends. But he kind of explains. Really what the message was is that would be the end of the pop-ups, right? His weekly regular pop-ups. Although it's not really stated there very clearly, or at least, you don't see it until the end of like this, his message on here. But it was really more of like ending the regular pop-ups and like focusing things like catering and things like that. Other types of non-pop-up things that would require you to spend waking hours, cooking and, breaking your back and hauling your equipment and things like that.
He did mention that before, that was the plan.
Yeah, like, but when you just say something like this is the end of Bart's Barbecue, I mean it sends a slightly different message, has a slightly different impact, I got to tell you. So, but he's kind of honest about like it's grueling. It's not easy. The pop up
definitely
pop-up scene. So I totally get it. So, but we will see later. It's not quite the end.
Thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that he just stops outright, but he just does other things. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'll just show you right here. Like this was back just when was this dated? Like a month later. He just did another pickup. I mean, easy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's part of one of the last 3, right?
I guess so. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's again, it's not
beef rib.
It's not the end.
2 beef ribs?
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Pretty good.
Damn. You're fiending for those, huh?
I'm telling you. Now seriously, this would be the last barbecue pop-up
at a house.
Nah, I'm kidding. This was the last pop-up with Smokey Jones.
Yeah, you showed us a little bit of this when we did the Smokey Jones episode.
Yeah, we did. This was again the last barbecue pop-up that Dustin Bartz will ever do in his life ever.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, man, I take him at his word.
Exactly. As they say, no cap. So,
as they say, indeed.
Oh, you can bet. Okay, so we have Dustin there and Smokey Jones. Russ and Viv, they were doing their pop up too. So basically, they all take their own separate orders, pre-orders, whatever, or people walking up, and they all kind of do their thing. But they're all just kind of doing it together at Russ's house out there in Culver City. So, there were just a few pictures from that time. We had
a great duo though.
That's pretty good.
Both of those two come together. Oof. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of both.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're good friends, no doubt, as well. So, but
the chashu pork belly.
Yeah, this was obviously these were pictures for Smokey Jones, but these were both of them. So I'm trying to find some whatever pictures I have with Dustin. This is Dustin's tray for sure. You see all the pork belly.
Yeah, the burnt ends. Yeah. Well, that is a lot of burnt ends, my guy.
I know. It's pretty
I mean,
good.
for the last, you got to go ham on the last one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is the last pop-up.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
for Bart's
Forever.
Barbecue. Come on. This one was this was Russ's this was plate.
But
So
what is that?
um that's
That was turkey brisket.
pastrami, probably pastrami tri-tip, I want to
Oh,
say.
tri-tip.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna find more Dustin. This is Dustin's. This would be his pulled
Pulled pork.
pork.
Mm.
What else do we have from Dustin? Whose plate is this? I mean, I didn't have this, I think. Oh, this must have been Smokey. It must have been
Ooh.
Smokey
Yeah,
Jones
that's
then.
definitely Smokey Jones, dude. Pork, that chashu pork belly on there.
But that pork rib on there,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. It must be Korean. Sesame seeds on there.
Oh. It must be Korean because there's sesame seeds on it. Okay.
Those Korean sticky whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
sure. But that was a fun time. I mean, I don't know, man. It was just it was fun for the last barbecue pop-up ever. So
hey, look, it's the blanket. The famed blanket.
The ever loved blanket. So it has definitely had its share of providing a nice backdrop for many foods.
That's how we know the time period we're in.
That's right. So it's the last barbecue pop-up, but it's not necessarily the end of Bart's Barbecue, apparently, because we move on to stuff like this. Where is it? I've lost.
Yeah, it's the last one. There's nothing else.
That's right. Until it's not. But this set here, Dustin was kind enough to ask me to visit his place. He's out in Redondo. I don't remember. Redondo or Lawndale or something. But he did a series of barbecue classes, and so that was like the next thing, So he would invite like a small group of people, and then he would show them how to, to smoke. At this point, so he sold off the trailer. I think at this point he may have sold the van. I think he was in the process of like selling his big smoker. Yeah, Dustin doesn't really have a traditional like smoker per se, like the ones that we've been seeing. It's like this big ass hexagonal or octagonal kind of barrel with like this rotating, like these rotating shelves or whatever inside.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that like cooks like hot, like his stuff he cooks up. Like usually temps in barbecue, you would do like what 200s, maybe 275, something like that, depending 250, 275, so depending on where you're at. This guy like cranks it up to like maybe 300 plus or something. It's
oh
wow. Cooks hot, but that's his that's just it's all about fire management, like what that cooker will do for you. So anyway, but back to this. So we spent some time here, and he had a group of people to to teach on how to cook barbecue. So I was with him most of the day, and he was showing everyone like with the briskets, like how to trim, how to season, how to place them in the smoker, what to do in the meantime. So it was a small group, but it was pretty good. It was a good group. And yeah, I mean, you can see right there, like, yeah, Dustin was, he does a pretty good job, like showing these guys on like what to do.
nice.
And then like for lunch, he made these, he made the guys smash burgers. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, smash burgers and I think like some steaks as well. So yeah, it was a pretty good day, So
Mustard, pickles, and cheese, huh?
Yeah, pretty simple. For the purists, I think that day too. I did another photo shoot. I think I remember. I must have been for Trip. So I think I had to take a break, like a small break in between, to go out to the other place and then come back. I came back. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Oh, you came back to Bartz?
Yeah. I finished the day there. Yeah. Um, but where are some of the? Do I have anything? Yeah, so I think I missed out on the step where they were like wrapping the briskets, but this was, or no, maybe this was it. So this was a brisket, and he was showing them how to wrap them at this point. Okay, or maybe, yeah, I don't remember if cooked already. Yeah, yeah. And then he was showing them like how you do it, like on an offset or like a pellet smoker, like this one, like an electric controlled smoker. So yeah, that was pretty good. This was not bad, not bad. So pretty relaxed, pretty chill, you know. Nothing. But yeah, I mean, um, obviously, it was the last barbecue pop up.
Yeah, there's nothing to contradict this.
Yep, yep. But in the meantime as well, let's see. I mean, that's when I realized, I think that might be one of the kind of more recent albums I have. That was well over a year ago. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's been a minute, I think, since. Well, how can I go if there's like no more pop ups? It was the end of Bart's
Yeah.
Barbecue, right?
What is there to? Yeah.
But in all that in between, he's done other things. Like I said, he's like done these like smash burgers. You saw we
Mm-hmm.
just spent some time talking about that big ass burger right
Big
there.
ass burger.
So
I'm still very awe-inspired or starstruck by, I suppose.
exactly. But he does things like smash burgers. He early on he would also do like the
Oh, the
fried
hot
chicken
chicken
thing,
sandwich.
because I mean
Yeah,
that's
that's
what everyone's
right.
doing, right? So
I remember.
so that was his take. I don't think I had a chance to to try that. That must have been a little
Mm-hmm.
early on, but yeah. I mean, he was doing his thing with that, and like I said, he did like the whole hog stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. Dustin also would find himself making a friendship with um, I don't know. I wouldn't say unlike. I would say a very fitting group of people. Um, if you know the guys, from Cypress Hill.
I don't know individually, no.
No, no, but
I know
you would know of them, I would
the
imagine.
band, yes.
Yeah, the hip hop, hip hop group. Um,
Yeah.
but he would make a friendship with the guys over there, and he would like
Really?
start like cooking for them, and I mean they love his stuff. It's like he is the barbecue king, no doubt,
Mm-hmm.
for these guys.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, these are the guys. Like the food, this is like what he's been working towards. Like all the food and crazy things he's been making, it's literally for this. It's like this is what he's kind of worked towards here. This is like
Mm.
it's the perfect fit, right?
Okay.
I don't know. But
Just what? Clout?
what's that?
There's all for clout?
I don't want to say clout, but I mean his they're impressed. I mean
Okay.
he just
Okay.
they just keep having him come back and cooking, and then he and on their podcast and
Yeah.
everything. It's so I mean, yeah, I mean there's clout there. I mean he's got some serious backing from people like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um but including like there would be other we talked about Smokefest earlier, we made
Mm-hmm.
that kind of barbecue festival thing that he did. So he had done a couple earlier this year. Um that was definitely leaning into that whole smoke fest kind of theme.
Oh, okay.
Like putting the smoke in smoke fest. Tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
You look back in his like other posts and stuff. Like you saw that big blunt that from
Yeah.
earlier. That was like it was like that was like kind of common. That's like kind of commonplace over there. He invited a lot of these, of course, all the barbecue guys, all the food, a lot of food people.
Mm-hmm.
But because of his connections, with Cypress Hill, he got a lot of contacts in entertainment, and people that comedians and artists and other things like that would come together and put together this a heck of a show. So he had one back in August or what something, and I don't remember the reason, but I think he managed to do like another one like a couple months later in October, because
Oh.
I don't know, probably just because he could, I guess, or it was just popular that people wanted more of it. But yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Pretty
Like,
quick turnaround.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, here's the first one that he did, August 13. But so it's definitely a 21 plus club. So yeah,
Unlimited barbecue.
Yeah. But all these places down here are all the people that he invited and put together, and yeah, and yeah.
Okay, that's the August one.
And
What
then
about
here's the other one for October. I don't quite know how he managed to turn this around, but yeah, he did it pretty quick. So got a lot of good support, obviously. So yeah, this is definitely a smoke fest. It's for sure.
Free Red Line Reserve pre-rolled joint for everyone upon entry.
Look at that.
Damn.
So he really leans into that. Okay, so he definitely found his calling there. So
nice. Good for him.
Yeah.
He quit the barbecue pop-up game and got a lot of, got what he wanted out of it.
Well, I don't know.
Sounds good.
Look, sure, he probably did, because look at this next one. Pre-order barbecue. This will probably be the last barbecue before I move out of California.
Oh, damn.
This was
out of California.
This was actually not too long ago.
3 weeks ago, it looks like.
So it's like pre-orders are up. However, food will be limited. Blah blah blah. It's like, oh
November
man.
9th.
So again, the end of Bartz Barbecue, right? I mean, we've what are we gonna do, Mychall? Sure. I mean, what are we gonna do?
Hey man, look at that plate though.
Yeah, it's a good plate.
Good. Still looks good.
But I mean, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get our fix for Bartz? I mean, he's definitely talked about moving out to California, to places like Texas, Florida, all those places, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, it is what it is.
But as it turned out, it's not quite it's not quite everything as it seems. So, yeah, because it says here, I found a permanent place at Ale House Lomita starting December 2nd.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Look at that permanent spot in LA.
Dustin, you're killing us. It's like you're tugging at our heartstrings.
Hey, look, at least he's still around, right?
I guess. I mean, I can't really tell anymore. I don't know. The next time he's just gonna maybe the next time he's just gonna leave, and then we just don't even know.
That'd be wild.
He just like gets up and leaves, like, see ya,
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, honestly. He's a very interesting one.
It sure is. But
his food is good.
Well, I guess.
In LA.
And actually, as we're recording this, it's this weekend, I guess. Like, he's going to start this weekend. Yeah. So
this Saturday.
Yeah. So
or Friday. This Friday.
Yeah. So check that out, I guess, or not. I mean, I don't know, unless he posts the next one that he's done or something. I don't quite know. I don't quite know what this guy these days. Oh man, Dustin, we we like you. You're pretty good. Pretty cool guy,
Hey. Yeah, and it's good food. So again, the longer it's in LA, regardless of when or how many times he announces he's leaving, the happier I'll be.
Man, it's just so crazy. It's like, this is my last pop-up, or this is the end of Bartz Barbecue. Like everyone, rallies up and supports, right? They're like, miss ya, whatever, and then like, a few weeks later, it's like, I got another pop-up coming up. This might be the last one. I don't know, but.
yeah,
I might be moving out. I have no, who knows? Oh, it's like like, I don't know.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
It's like the boy who cried wolf or something. One day, one day something's gonna happen, and it's like, man, get out of here. Oh man, I'm just giving you a hard time, Dustin. Hopefully you'll be here to stay. All right, and you pay all of California's highest taxes, around, and get to live. You get to live around here, so it's fine. But I guess Lomita Ale House, starting December 2nd, is where you'll find Dustin. I don't know what you're up to, man, but maybe you gotta pay a visit or something. No, you don't think so?
I'm trying to figure out where exactly Lomita is. I honestly don't know.
Oh, it's South Bay. It's
okay.
Yeah, like closer to me. So I mean, like near Torrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Yeah. But it is far from you.
Yeah. I mean, it's closer to his place, so that's fine.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yep. So
it's okay. I'll just take the fast track, easy peasy.
Yeah, we could, and just straight down the 110. Actually,
yeah,
not too much.
Okay, not so bad. Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my poor chronological tellings of Bartz Barbecue. It's probably
it's been a roller coaster for sure.
Well,
it'll continue to be. I'm also sure.
Oh man, yeah. This story is probably like wildly incomplete and just like all over the place. I mean, I tried to keep it, some semblance of order or whatever, but there's just too much to remember.
Yeah, especially you've been many a trip.
Especially with this guy. I mean, just I don't know where he's coming and going. But yeah, I mean, overall, again, Dustin Bartz, Bartz Barbecue. I mean, he makes pretty solid smoked meats. So, when you have a chance, hit him up. I don't know what he's cooking on these days then, because he's got like those smaller, but I don't know if that's all he smokes on. I don't know if he has something.
Good question.
Yeah, gotta find out. But I mean, if he's got enough to serve for
a pop up, then
that's well.
Fine. We'll see how quickly he sells out on this first one. Because if it's like an hour later, I guess it's got to be bigger. Got to get a bigger one.
Yep. So, yeah. So it's just more barbecue. Hope just more to like and more to enjoy. So.
Yeah.
I mean, what remind me? I mean, I think it's pretty clear, but what kind of things would you usually like to get? What would be some of your favorite bites? From there.
Yeah, definitely the pork belly burnt ends. I don't know. I haven't been to any other places that sell that regularly.
Yeah.
So the pork belly burnt ends are some of my favorites. Anytime I go to Bartz, I gotta get it if it's available.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But, probably the same.
I mean, yeah, can't go wrong. But also, brisket's good too, from what I remember. It's been a while for me, but again, that plate you showed earlier was just pork belly burnt ends and brisket. That's all I need.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So again, if you have a chance, check them out. Try out some Bartz, some Texas barbecue, some smoked meats, if you will, and get
before the last pop up.
Yeah, exactly.
We may never know when that may be.
You know what I realized? It's just like the McRib. Okay, it's.
I'm sorry.
This is the last time you're gonna get some McRib, and then
it's the farewell tour this year.
Yeah, exactly. It's the last time, right? You'll never see it again.
There's no more McRib forever.
This may just be like that, So get it while you can, because you may not see it again.
Yeah, you're gonna be sad you missed it. Well, I don't know about the McRib part. Some people are very anti McRib. Not me.
I'm for it. Don't you worry. And I'm here for Dustin Bartz. So anyway, thanks for all the good food, Dustin, and hopefully we'll visit out there again very soon. So But with that said, it looks like we've come to the end of yet another episode. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting up with us, because we're excited to give you more of our takes on adventures of good food and good people. So reach out. We're here on Instagram. Reach out at Dumb and Hungry or my_chow. Also, we got the electronic email right there. Hi at Dumb and Hungry. Thank you. Here on YouTube, where you can find us streaming. You can jump on the chat, and but you can also find the audio
in real time.
in real time. That's right. Otherwise, you can find the audio of all our ramblings wherever fine podcasts are served. But until next time, I'm Angelo.
I'm Mychall.
And on your next food adventure, remember to try one of each. All right, we're back.
Can't get enough of us.
Certainly not. Even though through all that rambling, we still have a little bit of an after show for you. It's really for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But look, it's more.
I'm excited.
Are you? Oh, good.
Yeah, I missed this one, so I need to know the details.
I see. Yeah, I'm glad someone cares. Yeah. So, before Thanksgiving and Friendsgiving and all those good things, I met up with our good friend Maria and her friend Mari. They were visiting down here for a concert, I believe.
And that's what it was.
And since they were down here, and it fell on Veterans Day, where a number of us have the day off, I met up with them and we kind of did a food crawl. We'd been talking about this for a little while, and so I was very excited to meet them and take them around and kind of show them a little taste of what I find to be pretty good, I think, on the street and otherwise. So before that though, I picked them up and then I brought them over. We met up with Tomo because that was we got to meet the baby Renji for their first time. I had just visited him the day before because I didn't want to share him with no one. So, but we got to hang out with the baby and spend some time there. So that was good. But baby aside, then we left and we started our food crawl. Actually, no, I would maybe say we technically started a food thing. Maybe I picked up boba before we went to Tomo. So
the dog?
No, the drinkable version. So yeah, so got some boba from 7 Leaves.
Wait, oh. You said 7 Leaves. It got cut off a little. I thought you were about to say 7-Eleven. Jesus Christ.
7-Eleven boba, huh? All right.
I was about to say.
I mean,
question.
I know. Well, we're not in the right country to do that, so.
Not yet.
But after Tomo, we hit up start our food crawl. I took them out to the east side, East LA along Olympic, where there's a good stretch of taco places right there. So we started off at Mariscos Jalisco, which I think I would probably bring almost anyone, for one of their first bites for LA, because it's just a unique bite and it's a good bite too. So
shrimp tacos.
Yeah, so
shrimp in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just the way these are prepared, it's just like it's just this really nice shrimp and a fried taco shell, and so I mean that was a good start. And then just again, not too far up the street, is a couple places. One of which is Tacos de Canasta El Abuelo. They set up there next to the AutoZone there for tacos de canasta, or steamed basket tacos. So these are softer, tortilla, and they're cooked by steam typically, and so we had things like chicharron and chorizo and mole. So we tried those as well. So far I think um, the ladies are impressed, and we're all enjoying what we're having so far. And then we just walked down, literally just a few steps next to this place to a food truck, Tacos y Birria La Única, which is
Ooh.
very well known for birria.
Mhm.
I probably could have and might should have taken them. Well, probably could have taken them to a few other birria places. I would have had in mind, but this was like close by, and they are a solid
Yeah.
spot. So
Yeah.
the only thing that bummed me out, I guess, is that they had run out of goat birria at that time. So they had beef birria, of course. So that's plenty good. So we had what are those? I think those are queso tacos. So queso tacos
Mhm.
are, you have the taco, tortilla, this taco size, but it's, grilled with the cheese in there. So you add that extra level of cheesiness um, with beef birria. So
Mhm.
from there, so that wrapped up the kind of places there and on Olympic in East LA. I took them over to Highland Park to Goldburger,
Oh, okay.
where we
Tacos to burgers.
exactly where we had some burgers and some pie. So they had a really nice apple pie, Mychall. I mean,
Oh.
you know, again, the pies are just like the burgers are obviously great, and the pies are
Mhm.
just it's just wonderful. His wife, Taylor, she like makes all these pies. It's so crazy
Mhm.
how great they are. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
so I know you are a pie connoisseur. So if ever you make your way out there, um, you know, give it a try. And
Well, do they have it at the Vermont? Do they have the pies at the Vermont location as well, or no?
yeah,
Okay. I mean, not so bad. Just down the street.
yep, exactly. So we had the Gold Burger, and then we also had the LA Special, which is the burger with pastrami on there. So I had them try
Oh, right,
both.
right, right.
So um, then after that, then we made our way down to K Town because it was closer to like where they were gonna stay.
Jesus. Okay.
And we had dessert at we had bingsu at Okobing. Um, no, haven't been there. Okay,
Don't know that. Not off the top of my head.
it's
Where
just
is it?
it is a really popular place though. It's on Sixth
Okay.
Wilshire.
I mean, because there's a lot of bingsu places in
I
K
know.
Town.
Yes, yes. Doesn't get more shaved ice than that. But Sixth Street, yeah, thirty three
Okay,
hundred
sixth
West.
and
Give me 1 second. Where's the? It's Sixth, and
uh-huh.
you know,
K Town, yeah.
Gaytown, Berendo, between
Sixth and what? Oh,
Berendo and
Berendo?
Catalina.
Hmm. That's not too far from here. That's
N-
by by Sanya, even. Well,
Which
further north, but
what's Sonya again? Is that Korean barbecue?
our old go-to Korean barbecue, the
Oh,
yellow.
yes, Sonya. That's the name I was thinking
Yeah.
of. I remember I was talking to them about that, and I don't remember like that name
Oh,
was like
okay.
escaping me. I'm like, yeah.
I see.
But at Okabing, we they just have these giant bowls of bingsu. I mean, it's all just for show, right? Like it's all mostly ice anyway.
Just ice. Yeah.
But we had a nice, yeah, it
Okay. It looks good. Looks good.
was great. We had the melon, something with melon on there.
Mhm.
So,
Okay. Nice,
um,
nice.
no, it's really nice. It's it's definitely like it's ice, right? But it's shaved ice, very delicate. It's like it just
Mhm.
melts and very nicely. And yeah, I think if you have a chance, stop by. I think like the whole thing was like $15 or something like that. And of course, it was enough for for all of us. So
Yeah, passed by this place a bunch. Never been, but I have passed by it a lot.
yeah.
Okay.
So from there, I think I dropped them off. They were staying at a hotel, and then
Okay.
But we took a break, and then I picked them up again, and we continued. Yeah.
Same day?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
all that you see on there that same day.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
so
Wow.
took them down
Good on them
to
for
yeah.
holding on for that long. Holy crap.
It was a whole day thing. It was crazy.
Mhm.
Went down to Sonora Town. There in
Okay.
you
One
know,
town.
yep, in downtown, and had some caramellos, some large, and a burrito. And again, we
Hmm.
that we love our Sonora Town. We love our flour
Yeah.
tortillas, and
Flour tortillas? Yeah.
so that was a
How
good.
long was this break of yours?
Oh, just like I think after I dropped them off, like maybe about a couple hours or something like that.
So what did you do? Did you stay in the area?
I probably went to my parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, then from Sonora Town, then we just went up the street to this restaurant called Holy Basil. They do like Thai street food, things like that.
Oh.
But they had the like a Thai style omelet as well as pad see ew, both of which were
Mhm.
very excellent. I enjoy Holy Basil very much. And
Okay.
so we took that. So we finished off with those, and then I dropped them off to their little to their concert, where they were.
Mhm.
Um,
What was the
and
concert?
I don't remember.
Where was the concert?
In Echo Park at the Echo.
The Echo.
You can look it up. You can look up who was playing on November 11th at the Echo.
Yeah.
It's like
That's what I'm doing.
I think it was like a punk band or something like that.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And what are you finding?
Is this the same one? It was streamed online.
Okay.
Is this the same? Is this the Echo Los Angeles? I don't think
Uh-huh.
so.
Why not?
Because it's not a punk band.
Oh. Well,
It's the Echo plus Echoplex.
well, there are two. I mean, they're like right next to each other, but I think, dude, I don't know at this point.
Because everything I'm looking for is upcoming events. There's no past events.
How about this? Uh, well, maybe you just have to look on the, elsewhere, not
I
on the
guess.
actual website.
Ooh,
Or you can ask Maria.
Instagram. I mean, we could, but ow.
So just know that that's what they did.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, that was our day. I mean, we spent pretty much the whole day, kind of going out, and I think we covered some pretty good ground.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. You went from East LA. Well, you went to Tomo,
I mean,
East LA.
they were very, open and receptive, to to all my suggestions here, and
Yeah, that's
we really
exciting.
didn't, to be honest, I don't think we really overdid it. We just ordered enough. I'm serious. Yeah, it was. Look, I was trying to behave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places.
No, but I mean, like, we get small bites. We don't really.
You don't know the meaning of the word.
Like, I have to behave. I have to give some semblance that I'm a decent human. But um, but yeah, so we would get like, just a few small items or whatever things we would share and this and that. So we hit up a lot of spots, but yeah, we definitely ate. Probably by the time we finished at Sonora Town and like Holy Basil, like, yeah, we're definitely like reaching that limit. Like, this is definitely a lot. So, but we had a good time. Again, I'm glad that they were open to having me
What?
take them around and all that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That's what Maria wanted.
Yeah,
I'm glad they were both able to hang on. Honestly,
I know, right?
very impressed. Very impressed.
Well, she'll be back. Maria will be back down here towards the end of November. No, December, and we'll hang out again. So hopefully we can find time to to do that. Be the week between like Christmas and New Year's. So.
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what your holiday whatever looks like then, but
Neither do I.
yeah, okay, all right, sounds fine. But yeah, I mean that's kind of frugal. Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't get really anyone else, even though it was a holiday. Most people were either still working or they were otherwise busy. So, um, another time, I imagine.
Loveless, the musical. I think that's who they were watching.
It could be. It could be. We'll do some follow up on this.
Yeah, very curious. I'm into punk bands, ish, but maybe old ones. I don't know any new folk.
Yeah. So
It's I like that kind of music.
yeah. No, it'd be.
So that's why I really
I
want to
think
know.
they're cool. Yeah. I think Maria
Okay.
definitely into it. There's like a smaller band.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. But yeah, that's our food crawl. I think hopefully we can hit up more places.
Just the fact that you dropped them off the hotel and then took a break and went back at it. That's the wild part to me.
Why is that wild?
Because you took a break. You should. I thought normally you just end it there at that. There would be no break and it's just over. You decided to go.
Well, there was
again.
time. There was time between the hotel and the start of their concert. So we needed to fill that time. So that's what we did.
You didn't necessarily need to if you just started a little later.
No, I think the reason for the break partly is because they needed to check in. They were staying at like a hotel, so they needed to check in.
Yeah.
So I needed to drop them off anyway.
No, the break was they were just dying. I'm sure.
No, I think
it was a pretense.
I know.
They needed a break from all the food.
They probably did, but they did.
Yeah,
and they
went back at it.
That's right.
Yeah, I will say again, impressive, very impressive.
So
I think that's the most individual places that I've ever seen you do. 7 places in one day.
That's the most what?
The most individual locations that you've done that I can think of, anyway.
No, I think 7's pretty
pretty average.
I mean, it's definitely doable. I mean, it's definitely a lot for if it were just me, that's definitely a lot. For sure. That's definitely up there. But I think for a group of people, this is totally doable. Again, if I behave, practice some restraint, you can definitely spread out, spread that out,
I guess so. I guess it shows your growth from your first time at Bartz and now.
It's true. That was a lot of barbecue. I'm sorry, Tom. And Tiffany. Poor guy. But
never gonna eat meat again.
No, I guess not. So, but there we are. That was a good crawl. And hopefully we can do it again. But and hopefully you join us, Mychall.
Well, hopefully I can. Yeah, I agree. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, they all sounded good. They're all good places.
I mean,
I don't know if I could do 7 these days.
Again, like I told you, Mychall, we just. Okay. Well, we'll see.
I don't know, man. I don't think there's restraint when we're both involved.
That's why we have the break. You have the break to kind of digest.
I suppose.
And it'll be a little easier on the body.
I suppose.
Small bites, man. Small bites.
How to go to a training regimen for food crawls.
Yeah. Just we'll take it easy. So anyway.
7 places of taking it easy, huh?
Small bites, man.
I still don't believe you.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. Well, until next time. Oh man. Yeah, we have no good sign off for these. We just
it's just
kind of just ramble on until we just hit stop the record or whatever. So
Yeah, by we you mean you.
right. Let me see here. There we are.
Yeah.
One of each.